Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm Cody Johnson reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Monday, June 3rd. Tonight we report on when the courts will decide if Nathan Brooks is to be tried as an adult, and report on the explosion in Ephrata today near a school. We also look at why Grant County installed new water meters at the fairgrounds, and how 2 men walked away from an airplane crash. In sports, the Wenatchee Wild hockey team may have relocated to Texas, but their name, logo, and head coach are all staying here as the Town Toyota Center finalizes details to bring in a new team. Our spotlight story tonight is about some new lessons offered in the middle of the eastern Washington desert that involves a lot of water. And we've got the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story tonight, it will be at least another month before it's determined whether Nathan Brooks will be tried as an adult. The 14-year-old Brooks is charged with 2 counts of attempted murder in the first degree for allegedly shooting his parents while they were sleeping. Both Deputy Prosecutor Kevin McRae and Defense Attorney Lillian Kocher asked Judge Pro Tem Harry Reese to delay the hearing until July 8th, and he agreed. The prosecutor said they have selected their doctor and are giving him the paperwork to get started. Kocher said, "We've selected a psychiatrist and psychologist, and they both should have gotten all their information last week." Brooks allegedly shot his parents as they were sleeping on March 8th. He reportedly admitted to prying open a gun safe, grabbing a pistol, and waiting in his bedroom for about 90 minutes before deciding to shoot his parents. Brooks was reportedly upset after he was grounded and had his electronic devices taken away after receiving a detention for being late to class. A transformer blowing up triggered Ephrata's Parkway School to lock its doors for less than 10 minutes today. It appeared a squirrel triggered an explosion on a transformer across from the school. People in the area reported hearing a loud pop around 2:30 p.m., including school officials who secured the perimeter. School officials called dispatchers and learned what was happening and unlocked the doors. The school was locked for about 5 to 10 minutes as a precaution. Securing the perimeter is different than a lockdown because in a lockdown, the children are closed inside the classrooms. Grant County is paying $6,657 to put in 3 water meters to measure how much water is going into septic systems at the Grant County Fairgrounds. The commissioners recently approved the quote from Moses Lake-based Comfort Experts Plumbing. The company was one of the 2 that submitted quotes to install the meters at 2 restrooms and the Ardell Pavilion. The Washington State Department of Health is requiring the meters as part of the process of renewing the permits for the large on-site septic systems at the fairgrounds. Fairgrounds manager Jerry Gingrich said the state and county know the restrooms and the pavilion are connected to septic systems, but they don't know how much is going into the septic systems itself. Instead of using more expensive waste meters to measure the amount coming from the 3 locations, they decided to install water meters to measure the amount coming into the buildings. Incorrect paperwork, contract issues, and investment pool policy were among the issues the state found during Grant County's annual audit. The Washington State Auditor's Office issued 2 management letters to Grant County as part of its 2011 audit for the county. The state auditors regularly review government's compliance with state and federal law. Auditors examine the Superior Court bail bonds, investment transactions, district court citations, compliance with laws on procurement and public contracting, self-insurance requirements, purchases and payments, equipment rental, jail concession funds, grant integrated services, and restricted funds. Auditors met with county commissioners and other county officials recently to discuss the outcome of the audit. The state noted the county has worked on correcting the issues. For more on the story, you can visit us online at iFiber1.com/news. Each of the people you see here have warrants for their arrest and are wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day, or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages with the latest from the iFiber One Weather Center, and we've got sports and more news on the way.